9:30, and we are making our way to Denver. First stop in Denver, then we go to Denver to Cali.
What's good? We just got to California. It's super warm outside. Coming from Indiana, it was snowing hella. So it's the perfect weather.
We went out there and I thought we really had a good trip as a team and had some good opportunities to connect as a group and got a chance to go see the Golden Gate Bridge. You know, we don't have a ton of time while we're on the road, but for some guys that was their first time, and just, you know, all those memories that you get a chance to kind of have with the team and get out and explore is something our staff is always interested in doing.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to Burnham Pavilion on the campus of Stanford University for the start of the 2025 NCAA men's volleyball season officially.
We knew it was going to be a big game, and we came away with a sweep, which was good.
High ball for Stewie, and he is roofed. Well, Ball State's block, which had won through the first 2.5 sets of this one, gets 5 blocks in basically the last 10 to 12 points, and they sweep the Cardinals.
We just kind of thought, oh, we beat them in 3, we could easily do it again, and when it came down to it, they played better and we played worse.
Briette sets, and Clinton off the block. Stanford with a sweep over number 5 Ball State.
You're always going to have to play well, and when you don't, you can get beat by teams that you're supposed to be better than. Stanford did a nice job making adjustments, but our guys just missed on some opportunities, and it just was uncharacteristic, especially based on what we saw the first night.
I just think, again, we came out slow. We kind of get down, and then we're like, okay, we have to turn it on. We can't always just start down and hope we come back.
And a lot of times, energy and how well your group uses excitement and, like, you know, momentum is sometimes if you're flat, the right moment will pass right by you. And a guy like Eyal does that in every single thing, man. He's always bringing that kind of energy and passion. It's just kind of how he rolls.
You know, he's not named a captain, but he is one of our biggest leaders on and off the court. He's huge in the weight room.
As we've been saying throughout like this whole year, next man up, that's just kind of our thing. You know, one guy goes down, somebody's got to fill that spot.
We play a game that you're half in air and half on the ground, and anytime your body is moving mass at that speed and velocity, when you see an injury like that, you always, your mind immediately goes to more of like the extreme, and sadly in that moment it was extreme.
It was a freak accident. No one saw it coming. I was hitting the ball and my right leg lifted up while I was floating to my right, and I landed with one leg, my left leg. I didn't realize too much of what was going on. I realized instantly my knee was facing eastward.
Based on how he landed, immediately you just knew it wasn't good. And then seeing him on the ground, you know, he's like one of the toughest, if not the toughest guy on our team. And for him to express that kind of pain, like out loud, and be on the ground for that long, I mean, already 2 seconds on the ground, you knew something serious happened, because he's usually like, hits the ground, pops right back up. And when he didn't get back up, you knew something serious was going on.
They x-rayed my knee and a doc came and medicated me enough in order to pull my leg into place about an hour after it came out. It tore my ACL, MCL, PCL with the bone, chipped my femur and my tibia, and my lateral meniscus got torn twice and flipped on itself. It's this unsober-like feeling of, you know, panic and adrenaline. I have about 5.5 more weeks until my second surgery, where they will do my ACL, and depends how my PCL looks like, they might do that one as well. And then should be looking at 6 more months after that of recovery. So shooting for full recovery by fall semester.
He's going to do things the right way to put himself in a position to get better and get on this path of recovery and find a way to help in any way possible. That's the type of guy he is, and I have no doubts that he's going to do whatever he can to help this team, even though he's not going to be able to play this season.
By the first 24 hours after I got injured, I had to reply to more than 200 messages, which, for me, I probably can't think about 200 people right now. But so it's very overwhelmingly good, and I feel a warm hug from everyone that sends a message and supports me and has my back and is looking forward to see me play again. It gives me a reason to push through in a way, knowing that there's so many people behind me.
We all love him so much that it's just an important thing that we want to do it for him. We want to win for him.
They know that my family is some 8,000 miles away, and they know that we are a family, and so anything from cooking to rice to someone to talk to get some ice cream late at night, and I'm not sure I'll be able to find this at too many other schools.
Yeah. Make sure we don't forget about Eyal and sending. He's got did his first round of surgery yesterday, so recovered well and at home, and he's got, as we all would assume, a long road ahead, so making sure we're not forgetting about him. Big week ahead. Coach just put together a pretty detailed scout with the information that we have access to.
How are we doing, guys? Good. That's it? Yep. How are you? Fantastic. Are you talking about some BYU, huh? Yeah. Everybody feeling okay? Yeah. Man, without Eyal here, nobody answers me, huh? Okay. So let's talk BYU. Okay. So
these guys, I think, are as good as any group in the country, and I'll stand by that. But in these matches against BYU, you have to be ready to compete all the time and be consistent. You're going to see a battle of a couple things. One, the left sides for both teams, carry a ton of the offense.
between Keone and Benson, number one, they account for like 80% or something of their offense.
Secondly is this team is going to hit some serves, They're kind of a high risk, high reward type team from the service line.
Who can score at a high level, and then what team can bring the most pressure from the service line to disrupt what the other offenses are trying to do.
Any questions about anything? No? All right, let's go have a great practice.
It's a top 10 showdown in one of the best venues in all of NCAA men's volleyball. It's the number 5 BYU Cougars heading into Muncie, Indiana to take on the number 6 ranked Ball State Cardinals.
Hey, have fun, dude. Like we said, right? Like, compete.
Two great volleyball coaches going head-to-head tonight in week 2 of the men's volleyball season.
In the game, you have to go for it, and sacrificing getting injured to get the point.
Benson from the 10-foot line. That one ricochets towards us. And Rogers goes over the table, right into us.
It's important for my teammates to see that all I care about is winning the game, not getting injured.
We're going to take a look and see if it is overturned. If not, the Cardinals take it. So they're going to say redo the point.
Replay is insane. Replay is insane.
Putting pressure on with the serve. Forces a rollover, and it goes out of bounds. It's Cardinal points. They stay alive. 2.
Hey, great work. I agree. Right now, it's just a lot of these kind of tight games is all about like how well you can be in control of what we're doing on our side of the net. Let all the other things kind of take care of itself. Hey, we still got one more set. They're gonna make some adjustments. Don't try to change what we're doing. Just be disciplined. All right. Good.
Started out 2-0. Everything was good. You know, we're playing steady volleyball, and I think that we just took our foot off the gas.
Cougars would have to win 3 straight to take this match. Anything could happen.
When we needed to turn a point, we just couldn't. I don't know, maybe half the time that you hit a ball should be a point, like BYU figured out how to extend a rally.
Like Stanford, we kind of got complacent and thought, oh, we win this next set, but every good team will continue to compete.
Rocketed swing from Ian Little. Keone Thin. The joust won by BYU. Going to Benson. Too high, could not handle it, and the Cougars come back from the dead and complete the comeback in set number 5. The reverse sweep for BYU.
Just when we thought they were completely out of it, the Cougars stormed back, and now tomorrow is going to be a very interesting match to see how the Cardinals respond to this heartbreak.
I think there's definitely some frustration on my end, only because I know that we're capable of executing in the moments where we didn't do so well. I think a lot of it is just experience and learning. I think we need to put ourselves in that type of environment and be faced with that kind of opponent. And that's why we schedule BYU, that's why we schedule Stanford early on in the years, because we want to bring out or get exposed a little bit on like what our strengths and weaknesses are.
One word to describe yesterday's match: wacky. Ball State looked really good in the first 2 sets, but BYU found its own.
We are doing well because of easy volleyball. The volleyball that we do in practice, just easy, fluent volleyball. That's what we need right now.
There's a lot of lessons to learn. Ball State, they want to try to win it.
Wait for our 10. If they make a run, it's fine. We'll wait for our 10.
BYU pulled off the first reverse sweep in NCAA Division I men's volleyball this season. Cardinals trying to respond and split this 2-match set against BYU. State for the second straight evening takes set 1. Machado tries another dunk. He's stuffed, and BYU evens the match at 1 set apiece. Takes some off, and he does it! Rajay Alina's second service ace of the match, and Ball State takes set 3, 25-22.
Posed. I just think same thing, we missed a little bit. They took advantage of the opportunity and we just couldn't respond.
Just 1 set away from splitting this 2-match series.
Ball State has to close out set 4.
BYU can really start to feel a fifth set coming. Out of the back row, and Thomas Ocheva finds the hardwood. BYU 2 points away now. Match point BYU. Aline is denied. BYU comes into Muncie and sweeps this 2-match set.
Tight matches against good opponents, they can go either way. We just didn't make the plays, but I left feeling the most excited I've been for our team because I thought we matured that night. Like, we asked something very specific Thursday night. It was not a fun conversation. And then Friday night, we stuck together as a team and we battled mentally, and that in itself was a big win for us. You don't ever want to create doubt just because one part of the map or one turn didn't go the way you wanted or expected. We want to try to win the big one. Our roadmap to how we get there, is always going to be changing. Our goal is, how do we make adverse situations for our group turn into positives?